Amari Bailey was a high school phenom at Sierra Canyon. He played alongside Bronny James for 3 seasons. He was named Mr. California Basketball and a McDonald's All-American in 2022. Bailey was seriously hyped. After being the consensus 10th ranked recruit in the class of 2022, Bailey committed to UCLA and played his freshman season this year before entering the 2023 NBA draft. Despite having a decent freshman year, he isn't projected to go as high as many would have thought before the season started. Bailey was a little bit disappointing this year at UCLA, but he's got all the tools to be great in the NBA, and he is severely slept on. How's it going, my friend? I'm Alexander from Load Management Media, and let's talk about how Amari Bailey is super slept on in this 2023 NBA draft. Everyone knows how big of a name Amari Bailey was in high school. Playing with Bronny, Drake coming and watching games with his mom that he was dating, everybody knew who he was. But it wasn't just some hyped guy, he was actually really talented. And at UCLA, there were big expectations. He didn't necessarily hit all of those benchmarks, but he still had a pretty solid freshman season. As a freshman, the 6'4" combo guard averaged 11 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal per game, shooting 40% from the field and 39% from 3 on almost 2 attempts a game. He was also a Pac-12 All-Freshman player and on the Pac-12 All-Tourney team. Bailey was part of an experienced UCLA team that won the Pac-12 and then lost in the Sweet 16 versus Gonzaga, and Bailey was a huge part of their success. The thing people fail to recognize with the draft is that not everybody that gets drafted is going to be a star in the NBA, and they need to be able to fit a role. But at UCLA, Bailey played a role that will project super well for what he can do in the NBA. Bailey provided value through his defense and his superb finishing around the rim. He's a really good, strong defender that can guard 1 to 3 extremely well. He's also a great 2-foot finisher and cutter towards the rim, which is where he got a lot of his points this year in the UCLA offense. If you remember in high school, he was throwing down plenty of crazy dunks all the time, and at UCLA this year, he didn't look as athletic as he did in high school, but he's still a fantastic finisher nonetheless. In terms of his role in college, this is where it ends, but there are other encouraging flashes of skill that make Bailey really exciting. Amari's got a super nice mid-range game and pull-up game in the mid-range. He's got really nice form and great balance on his jump shot there, and this is a skill that will definitely help him get more touches on ball in the NBA if he can continue to knock down shots like he did at UCLA. And he's even got a 3 ball as well. He shot 39% from 3, but only on less than 2 attempts a game. If he can really harness this skill and continue to develop his jump shot and shoot it well in the NBA, this is going to be a major factor in determining how good he's really going to be in the league. Amari is also really good in the pick and roll, not just scoring himself, but facilitating for his teammates, which is something that he definitely wanted to continue to develop and grow, and it's something that he wanted to showcase in the combine. His pick and roll ability makes him really interesting as a prospect in terms of what he's going to be able to do at the NBA level. If he can keep up his pick and roll playmaking and eventually add some more scoring aspects, he could be somebody that could get onto the ball quite a lot at the NBA level and put up some decent numbers. Greatest of all, he really improved as the season continued to go on, which is a great sign for him, but also for teams looking to pick him up. Right now, Bailey is projected to go somewhere in the early 2nd round, which would be great value for a team if you could get him there. A more win-now team like the Denver Nuggets would be a great spot for him to land, considering his defensive prowess and his ability to cut off ball, which we've seen Denver utilize in their offense so much this playoffs and this finals run. Bailey has a lot of things that make him desirable 100% at the NBA level, and he'll surely be at least a great role player. But if he can develop some of the other flashes of shot creation and shooting, plus what made him such a fun watch in high school, he really could be somebody a lot of teams will have slept on in this 2023 NBA draft. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you want to see some more consistent original content talking about everything in the NBA related world, then this is the place for you. I'll be putting out at least one piece of NBA content a week, so if that interests you, consider hitting a like and a sub. And as always, stay rested. See you in the next one.